I want to say something about my mama. Your mama dead as Your mama dead as Go dig her up. Go dig her up.
But man, when you start talking about people's deceased parents, you crossing a line that's hard to come back from.
Welcome back to Buzzbuster. I'm glad you're here. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss daily videos. 50 Cent just set things off with King Harris, and now the whole internet is going crazy. King jumped on live and let it all out like people have never seen before. Then Boosie stepped in with serious energy, clearly ready to shake things up even more. But what came next, King and T.I. did not see it coming at all. Things flipped fast. 50 Cent pushed things way too far, and King Harris snapped under the pressure. Now listen, in hip-hop, there's an unspoken code everybody knows. You can joke about a man's music, his style, his numbers, even his hairline. That's part of the culture. That's normal. But one line you do not cross is family. You do not bring up someone's wife, and you definitely do not speak on their mother. That's off limits, no exceptions. The issue is supposed to stay between the people involved, not their loved ones. But on February 22nd, 2026, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson ignored that rule completely and did it where everybody could see. What followed turned into one of the most uncomfortable and personal moments hip-hop has seen in a long time. Here's how it started. 50 Cent and T.I. had already been trading shots for weeks over versus talk and old accusations. The tension was building, but it was still normal rap back and forth. Nothing too serious yet. Just two big names going at it online. Then, everything changed. Out of nowhere, 50 Cent went on Instagram and crossed a major line. He posted an unflattering photo of T.I.'s wife, Tamika Harris Cotto, and the caption, it was clearly meant to embarrass her. He told her to stay out of grown folks' business, but the tone hit different. It felt personal and disrespectful in front of millions. This was not a subtle jab or a playful comment.
I want to say something about my mama. Your mama dead as Your mama dead as Go dig her up. Go dig her up.
This was direct, loud, and aimed at someone who was not even part of the situation. That's when everything started spinning out of control, because the moment T.I. and Tiny's 21-year-old son, King Harris, saw that post, he reacted instantly. No waiting, no behind-the-scenes talk, no calm response. He went live and exploded on 50 Cent in real time. Just like that, everybody stopped what they were doing. Phones paused, timelines froze, and all eyes locked in. King Harris had just taken this situation to a whole new level, and now there was no turning back. And this is where everything took a heavy turn. King went straight at 50's deepest pain. He brought up Sabrina Jackson, 50's mother, who passed away in a tragic house fire when he was just 8 years old. That's not just sensitive, that's something that shaped his whole life. But King didn't hold back at all. He hit that topic head on with pure emotion behind every word. The Atlanta native stayed locked in with that same intense energy, showing zero signs of slowing down. There was no filter, no second thought, just raw emotion pouring out live for everyone watching. He told 50 directly, if you want to play the picture game and post somebody's mama online, then post your own mama, except you can't because she's not here anymore. The chat instantly exploded. People couldn't believe what they were hearing. It was intense, uncomfortable, and deeply personal. The kind of moment that makes everything stop. That line changed the entire situation. You could almost feel the tension through the screen. The mood shifted fast, and everybody knew things had gone way past normal back and forth. King Harris kept going, repeating his stance again and again. He made it clear he would never sit quiet while someone disrespects his mother. In his words, I was raised by T.I. I'm built different. That message came through loud every single time. Then came a serious warning. King made it known that 50 Cent and anyone standing with him crossed the wrong line, bringing this energy toward his family. That wasn't just talk for show. It sounded like a real message. But he pushed even further. Right after that, King touched on something the whole hip-hop world already knows is sensitive for 50, his strained relationship with his son, Marquise Jackson.
Tell your mama that she dead. Pay respect. Stop playing with my mama. Playing like that.
That hit hard. Their situation has been public for years, filled with tension and back and forth online. and King went straight to it without hesitation. He told everyone watching that success, money, and fame don't mean nothing if there's no real connection at home. He painted it clearly. All that money don't mean nothing when you go home to an empty house. That wasn't rap talk anymore. That was personal on a whole different level. Then King brought it back to himself, reminding people this wasn't just noise. He stood firm on who he is and where he comes from, making it clear this energy wasn't fake. This is how he moves. And King didn't just talk, he backed it up. On February 24th, 2026, he stepped into the studio and dropped a diss track called Man across all major platforms. The visuals, straight pressure. Filmed in a parking garage packed with foreign cars. King stood in a red hoodie and beanie, delivering every line with intensity all over his face. He rapped, "Speaking on my mama, I tell Chaz ring the alarm, probably cross his legs and fold his arms." Every bar came through sharp and direct. No hesitation, no playing around. He meant every word he said. And just to make sure nobody missed the message, King posted an old, controversial photo of 50 Cent holding what looked like an adult toy.
Y'all raised, I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going back my mom. I'm not going.
Then added a bold hashtag that instantly had people talking everywhere. At that point, it was clear. King wasn't just responding, he was setting the tone. This wasn't surface level anymore. This was personal all the way through. To clear it up, that image wasn't edited or fake. No tricks, no edits. King Harris went all in with that move. No holding back, no slowing down, no second thoughts. And the internet completely locked in, watching every update like it was unfolding live. Then Boosie stepped in, and that brought a whole different weight to the situation. When something this intense happens in hip-hop, everybody starts talking. From artists to everyday people, opinions start flying everywhere. But some voices carry more respect than others. Boosie Badass is one of them. He's not just someone talking online for attention. He's lived through real struggles, faced serious time, and built his name on staying solid and speaking honestly. He's known for saying exactly what's on his mind, no matter who agrees or disagrees. So when Boosie finally spoke on the King Harris and 50 Cent situation, people paid attention immediately. The culture tuned in, waiting to hear how he would break it down. The first thing Boosie did was acknowledge King's emotions. He didn't mock him or brush him off. He understood where that reaction came from. He made it clear that King wasn't just acting out for attention, he was responding from a real place. And that hit home for a lot of people. Because no matter where someone comes from, there's one thing most people agree on. You don't play about someone's mother. That line is serious everywhere. Boosie pointed out that this whole situation started the moment that boundary got crossed. And once that happens, there's no easy way to fix it. Everything changes after that. That right there, one of the realest takes anyone gave on this situation. Boosie broke it down plain and simple. The second you bring family into it, it stops being entertainment. That's not rap beef anymore. That's something personal and risky. Once blood gets involved, all those so-called industry rules don't mean anything. Family always hits deeper. Boosie gave King Harris respect for standing up for his people. He made it clear he respected King's loyalty and the way he held it down. But then the mood shifted, because even though he understood the reaction, he didn't fully agree with how far it went.
Straight like that. Your son don't love you. You don't got no family.
Boosie pointed the finger where it started, right at the beginning. He made it clear that 50 Cent was the one who brought Tiny into something she had nothing to do with. That move lit everything up, and after that, things were bound to spiral. And Boosie didn't hold back at all. He spoke on what people have been saying for years. 50 Cent has built a reputation for stirring things up online and pushing people until they react. Then once they do, he flips it and keeps the spotlight on them. He's done it to Ja Rule, Rick Ross, The Game, Fat Joe, and now T.I. and his family are caught in that same pattern. It's a move people recognize. But this time, King Harris came back with something different. His response wasn't calculated or polished. It came straight from emotion, and it hit hard. People watching could feel that energy through the screen. Boosie even said it himself. This wasn't a normal response. It was a whole different level. And coming from someone like him, that statement carried serious weight. King made it clear he was standing up for his mother's name. He wanted everyone to know that Tiny Harris isn't someone to be disrespected for attention online. He was protecting her name with everything he had. But in doing that, King pushed things so far that even Boosie had to pause. And that says a lot, considering everything Boosie has seen and said over the years. When Boosie repeated some of King's words, the energy shifted instantly. Everything slowed down, the tone got serious, and you could feel how heavy it all was. It was like the moment just sat there, not going anywhere, heavy, dark. That's exactly how Boosie described it. And right after that, he delivered a line that summed up this entire situation in a way nobody else had been able to.
He said it plain. There's always been a line you don't cross. And once someone brings up a person's late mother in a rap beef, it stops being something you can fix. At that point, there's no handshake, no truce, no apology that can smooth it over. That kind of damage sticks, and everybody knows it. That message hit hard across the culture because Boosie said what a lot of people were thinking but didn't want to say out loud. Then he pointed out something people were missing, the imbalance in this whole situation. King Harris, still young and full of emotion, stepped straight into a situation with one of the most calculated figures in hip-hop, 50 Cent. And that's the part that really stands out. This wasn't just music talk or online jokes. This was stepping up against someone who's built a reputation on outplaying people publicly and walking away untouched every time. 50 doesn't even need a traditional win. All he has to do is flip the moment into something viral. And once that happens, it's hard to recover. He's been doing that for years, long before King was even part of the scene. But Boosie wasn't only talking about online pressure, he was warning about real consequences. He looked directly into the camera and said if King keeps moving like this, serious trouble could follow. That wasn't said lightly. Boosie made it clear he was speaking from experience, not theory. He brought in his own life to explain it.
Love. You rich, but you not loved. Money means nothing without no one to spend it with. Your son don't love you.
He mentioned his son, Tootie Raw, saying he's already had serious talks with him, his family, and everyone around him. The message stayed the same every time. Reckless decisions can lead to real consequences you can't escape. That wasn't just advice, that was a warning shaped by real situations. Boosie knows what comes with that lifestyle, and he wasn't dressing it up for anybody. But just when it seemed like things couldn't get more complicated, they did. Because Boosie's son, Tootie Raw, stepped into the situation too. He posted his own message aimed at King Harris, telling him to stay in his lane. And King, he didn't back down at all, not even for a second. Staying true to his energy, he responded right away, questioning Boosie's position and asking who gave him the authority to check anyone. And just like that, boom, everything spread into a whole new direction. Now it wasn't just 50 Cent and the Harris family. Boosie's side got pulled right into the middle of it too. But here's where it gets tricky. Boosie isn't exactly riding with T.I. behind the scenes either. Their history has tension, and that's been public for a while. In past interviews, Boosie even accused T.I. of working with law enforcement to reduce charges, saying he's seen paperwork himself. That's a serious claim, and it's been sitting in the background of all this. So when Boosie speaks on this situation, he's not coming from a neutral position at all. He's not just watching from the sidelines. He's someone who's had his own issues with T.I., but still believes 50 Cent crossed a major line by bringing family into it. That's what makes his take stand out. He's calling things out on every side, not picking favorites, not dodging the truth. At the same time, he understands why emotions are running high across the board. That kind of balance is rare when things get this heated. And if you're wondering how something that started as a simple versus conversation turned into all this, you're not alone. Because this situation escalated fast. 1 minute, it's let's go hit for hit. And the next, it's diss tracks, personal shots, and moments that feel impossible to walk back. That shift didn't just happen overnight. It's been building for years. This story actually goes back to when verses first took off during the pandemic in 2020. T.I. had been pushing for a face-off with 50 Cent from the very beginning. This wasn't a one-time suggestion. He kept bringing it up again and again. Tip wanted to stand across from a New York heavyweight, someone with real impact in the game. He was aiming straight at 50 Cent, ready to go track for track and prove a point. Tip believed his catalog could carry him through easily, 11 albums deep with major hits lined up. Songs like What You Know, Live Your Life, Whatever You Like, Swagger Like Us, Bring 'Em Out, Rubber Band Man, and Big Things Poppin'. He felt confident those records would speak loud enough on their own, and he didn't keep that confidence quiet. He said it openly. He believed he had the stronger lineup. He even went as far as calling 50 out publicly on his birthday in 2020. He posted a full video directly challenging him and bringing up 50's past sales battle with Kanye West as an example, saying 50 was scared of catalog smoke. That definitely got people talking.
But 50 Cent never stepped into that ring. Not in 2020, not in 2021, even when T.I. showed up at the Atlanta premiere of 50's show, Black Mafia Family, took the mic and called him out in front of everyone. And still not in February 2026, when T.I. brought it up again on the Nightcap podcast with Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco Johnson, putting the challenge out there one more time for the world to hear. Every time T.I. came forward with a challenge, 50 responded the same way, not with music, but with straight trolling. He would repost those old Crime Stoppers clips, bring up alleged courtroom moments, and keep pushing that snitch narrative heavy. Then he'd throw captions on it like, "Keep my name out your mouth," and "No verses, let's do the stay away challenge." That's been 50's strategy for years. Dodge the direct battle, flip it into jokes, and control the moment with memes instead of bars. And honestly, it worked most of the time. A lot of people didn't know how to respond to that kind of energy, so he'd walk away untouched while everyone else looked stuck. But then February 22nd, 2026 hit, and everything changed. T.I. sat down on $1 million worth of game and finally spoke his mind. He said straight up that he had lost respect for 50 Cent. No soft words, no holding back. He called out the trolling, the dodging, and the constant online shots, saying all of that showed 50 wasn't really trying to stand face-to-face in competition. That message landed heavy, and this time, 50 didn't just laugh it off, he took it personal. That moment flipped the entire situation. What started as a competitive back and forth turned into something way more serious. The line between entertainment and real-life tension got blurry fast, and once that happened, everything escalated. Then came the post that changed everything. The second 50 Cent put that picture of Tiny Harris online, it was like lighting a fuse. The reaction was instant, and the situation exploded. T.I. didn't waste time talking about it. He moved straight into action. On February 22nd, he dropped a track called War. Then the very next day, February 23rd, he followed it up with another record titled Right One, produced by Lil Kaylee and A.B. Wright. Both songs had strong energy, but Right One stood out the most. That track came with sharp, direct lines that had people paying close attention. T.I. aimed right at 50 with his words, calling him a 5-0 dispatcher, describing him as a small man in a big shell, and even referencing his past relationship with Daphne Joy. The delivery was bold, direct, and impossible to ignore. Just like that, everything lit up. Social media, blogs, shows, and channels, everybody had something to say about it. The conversation spread fast. Charlamagne the God was one of the first voices to weigh in. He said clearly that 50 was the one who crossed the line first. According to him, T.I. hadn't made things personal until that moment. Then his co-host on The Breakfast Club added something that kept coming up everywhere. Once family gets brought into it, there are no more limits. At that point, the situation changes completely, and anything can happen. Then Charlamagne said the part that really stuck with people. He made it clear these are two legends who shouldn't even be clashing like this in the first place. He wished they handled it like grown men instead of letting it turn this messy. But at the same time, he understood exactly why King Harris reacted the way he did once his mother got pulled into it. Now on the other side,
DJ Akademiks came in with a completely different energy, no neutral stance at all. He treated it like a scoreboard and gave 50 Cent a clean sweep, 4 rounds to 0. Ak said 50 was playing chess while T.I. was stuck trying to line up a versus battle. According to him, T.I. kept focusing on the music while 50 was going straight at his image, making things look one-sided. Then he spoke on King's comments about 50's late mother, calling them holy, meaning shocking, and something that instantly grabbed the internet's attention. That moment had people talking everywhere. Ak also pointed out the gap in experience. A 21-year-old artist going up against someone who's been through decades of public conflict and business moves. That's not an even matchup. That take didn't sit well with a lot of people in the South. T.I. supporters pushed back hard, saying Akademiks was showing clear bias toward 50 because of where he's from. That debate got loud fast. Then Joe Budden stepped in with a different approach on the Joe Budden podcast. He didn't rush to pick a side. He broke everything down from both angles. He spoke on King's emotions and also highlighted how strategic 50 can be in these situations.
By this point, the conversation had moved way past music. This wasn't just about lyrics anymore. It was about respect, family, image, and how far things can go when emotions take over. Joe didn't hold back either. He said he respected how T.I. and his family stood together through all the chaos. He even called T.I.'s diss tracks a cheat code when it comes to dealing with 50 Cent, because in his view, 50's trolling works best when people react online. But when someone answers with direct music and focused bars, that changes the whole dynamic. That's a different kind of pressure. Still, Joe brought up a serious question that hit across the culture. He asked if things had already gone too far. Once people start bringing up family members who have passed away, the situation shifts completely. He made it clear, at that point, it stops being entertainment. And once that line gets crossed, fixing things becomes extremely difficult. That's not something hip-hop easily moves past. Angela Yee stepped into the conversation too on her Way Up with Yee platform. She kept things calm and balanced, but she pointed out details a lot of people missed. She highlighted how fast King Harris reacted right after 50 reposted Tiny's picture. And then she revealed something that caught everyone off guard. 50 Cent had quietly started deleting posts related to T.I. from his Instagram. To fans paying attention, that didn't go unnoticed. It looked like a possible step back, like maybe even 50 realized things went further than expected this time. That move had people talking heavy. At the same time, Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco, the same pair who had T.I. on Nightcap when this situation heated up, gave their take too. On their next episode, they broke everything down piece by piece. They talked about 50's post, King's intense response, and whether this whole situation was getting too real. They kept their usual humor, but underneath that, there was a serious tone. You could tell where this could lead if things kept escalating, because what started as competition now feels different. The energy shifted fast, and people everywhere are noticing it. And that's where things stand right now. As of February 26, 2026, King Harris's track, Made Man, is climbing up streaming charts quickly. T.I. keeps hinting at more music on the way, and it sounds like he's not done responding yet. Meanwhile, 50 Cent cleaned up his Instagram when it comes to T.I.-related posts, but he hasn't gone quiet. He's still dropping subtle captions and indirect shots whenever he wants to keep the conversation alive. Boosie already shared his perspective and somehow ended up pulled into his own situation with King Harris on the side. Now everything is connected, and the entire hip-hop space is watching closely. It's unfolding like a reality series people didn't expect but can't stop paying attention to. Every update pulls more eyes in, and through all of it, one question keeps coming up everywhere. Podcasts, comments, conversations, the same question Boosie raised during his breakdown. When you bring a man's late mother into a rap beef, where does it even go from there? Because yes, competition in hip-hop has always included disrespect. That's part of the culture, part of what keeps battles intense. But there are limits, and once certain lines get crossed, it changes everything. There's no easy fix after that. No quick conversation, no public moment, no simple gesture that resets things. Once it reaches that level, it stays with everyone involved. And the truth is, everybody in this situation, King Harris, T.I., 50 Cent, Even Boosie understands exactly how serious that line is. Once it's crossed, there's no clean way to undo it. By early March 2026, things still hadn't cooled down. If anything, they grew even bigger. What started as a rap disagreement turned into something that spread across headlines, podcasts, and even business conversations. The internet stayed locked in. Every post, every reaction, every small update connected to T.I., King Harris, or 50 Cent pulled in massive attention within minutes. The spotlight hasn't moved, and it doesn't look like it will anytime soon. Behind the scenes, things were tense. Sources close to both sides said the pressure was building fast. T.I. was reportedly increasing security around his family, making sure everyone stayed protected, while 50 Cent's team moved quieter but very calculated. Both camps understood the same reality. This wasn't just about music anymore. This was about respect. Then another twist hit. 50 Cent finally broke his silence with a surprise post on Threads. He didn't say any names, but nobody was confused about who he met. The caption read, "When you raise your kids to talk grown business, don't get mad when grown business talks back."
That line, it set everything off again. The internet reacted instantly. Some people saw it as a slick move, others called it manipulation. Either way, it added more fuel to an already heated situation. King Harris didn't sit back at all. He jumped right back in, this time through a heated Instagram live session. He called out old heads who act like bullies, saying they hide behind money and followers instead of standing on real values. Thousands of people tuned in live. Within minutes, clips were everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. The message spread fast and kept the energy high. At the same time, respected voices in hip-hop started stepping in, trying to slow things down before it got worse. Fat Joe went live and said, "This ain't it, bro. We can't keep turning family beef into front-page mess. Somebody's got to call timeout before it's too late." That message hit strong. Even Snoop Dogg, who usually stays out of situations like this, posted something short but powerful. Sometimes, silence is the only way to win. That alone had people thinking the industry was getting concerned. But T.I., he stayed active. He posted a short studio clip, no caption, just a beat plan and him writing in a notebook. That was enough to get everyone talking. People flooded the comments wondering if another track was coming soon. Meanwhile, Boosie kept making his rounds in interviews, speaking on the situation from both sides. He showed support for King's passion, but also gave warnings about how serious things could get. On one radio show, he said, "King got heart, no doubt, but heart don't always win when you're dealing with dudes like 50. That man plays chess, not checkers." That line took off instantly. It turned into memes, captions, and clips all over social media. Then things took another unexpected turn. 50 Cent posted an old clip of him and T.I. performing together years ago with the caption, "Different Times." That one post shifted the mood again. Some people saw it as a possible step toward cooling things down, while others believed it was another calculated move, a quiet reminder that he still controls the narrative. Media outlets picked it up fast. Headlines started popping up everywhere. Cold War in hip-hop, 50 versus T.I. enters a new phase, and King Harris holds his ground while legends clash. Even major platforms outside of hip-hop started covering the situation, calling it a generational showdown. The story had grown way bigger than music, and at this point, everyone was watching closely to see what would happen next. But through all the noise, one thing started to stand out. Nobody was really winning. The streams were high, the views were climbing, the attention was non-stop, but the respect, that was fading fast. The more this dragged on, the more damage it did, and the harder it looked to fix. And still, there was one question hanging over everything. Was this just ego and pride clashing, or was there something deeper building underneath it all? Because at this point, it wasn't just King versus 50 or T.I. versus 50 anymore. It started to reflect something bigger about hip-hop itself, where it's at now, and how far it might have shifted from what it used to be. Everybody was watching closely. Fans, media, even people in the industry, all waiting to see what would happen next. Would someone try to calm things down, or would it go even further? Because whatever came next had the power to either ease the tension or make it explode all over again. By mid-March 2026, things only got more unpredictable. What started online was now leaking into real-world situations. Club promoters, DJs, and even brands were quietly choosing sides. Every move from 50 Cent, T.I., or King Harris was turning into headline news within minutes. Then rumors started picking up speed. People were saying 50 had a new TV project in development, and fans were already guessing it might include subtle shots at the Harris family. Nothing was confirmed, but knowing 50's history of turning real-life situations into entertainment, people weren't brushing it off. At the same time, T.I. stayed mostly quiet in public, but the people around him weren't. And he posted a short message that caught attention right away. Peace don't mean weakness. Simple words, but they carried weight. Fans started breaking it down, trying to read between every line. Then King Harris popped back up, this time from a music video set. The caption said, "Still standing, still solid." No direct names, no extra talk, but the message was clear enough. The visual showed him surrounded by his team, confident and locked in. The comments went crazy almost instantly. Some people supported him fully, but others were telling him to slow things down before it crossed another line. And right in the middle of all that, 50 Cent made another move. He announced a charity event in Atlanta and tagged T.I. in the post. The caption read, "Let's do something positive for once." That one line had people split. Some saw it as a real attempt to shift the energy, while others believed it was just another calculated move, a subtle jab wrapped in something that looked positive. Either way, it kept the spotlight right where it's been this whole time.
And just when it seemed like things might finally calm down, Boosie stepped back in. He went live again, clearly frustrated, shaking his head and saying, "Y'all tripping, man. This whole thing started with jokes and ended with real hate. That ain't the code." He didn't stop there. Boosie called for both sides to handle it privately, saying they needed to sit down and talk before something happens that can't be undone. That message came across serious. He even shared that he spoke to Tootie Raw directly, telling him to step back from the situation. "Ain't no need to prove nothing," he said. "Let the grown folks handle it." That moment earned him respect online. A lot of people felt like he was finally bringing some level-headed thinking into all the chaos. But things flipped again, fast. One blog took his message and twisted it into a headline. Boosie blames King for escalating 50 Cent beef. That wasn't how everyone heard it, but once it hit the timeline, it spread quick. That headline alone reignited everything. King Harris responded, keeping it short but direct. He posted on his story, "I don't need validation from nobody that ain't lived my life." That line spoke volumes without saying too much. By now, more artists started adding their voices. Meek Mill posted, "We losing the message in the madness." Cardi B showed support too, reposting one of King's live clips and saying, "He just standing up for his mama. That's real." At that point, the conversation was everywhere. From major platforms to smaller podcasts, everybody had an opinion. The culture was fully locked in. Then something unexpected happened. Just days later, T.I. and 50 Cent ended up at the same event in Los Angeles. It wasn't planned, but they were in the same room at the same time. No yelling, no scene, just distance. Cameras were flashing, people watching closely, and both of them keeping it controlled. That moment went viral instantly. Fans started breaking it down frame by frame. Did I nod? Did 50 react? Was that tension or respect? Everybody had their own take. That moment didn't end anything, but it changed the energy slightly. It showed that even if things weren't fixed, maybe they didn't have to keep getting worse. Still, the reality stayed the same. Things had already been said that couldn't be taken back. The music, the personal shots, the family involvement, all of it had already made its mark. This situation locked itself into hip-hop history, not just for the music, but for everything that came with it. Now the question is, who came out on top? It's what got lost along the way. Because no matter how big the numbers get, some lines don't fade once they're crossed. Deep down, everybody watching, fans, artists, and veterans, knows the next move matters more than ever. It could either bring some kind of resolution or push this situation to a point where there's no turning back at all. By late March 2026, the energy around the 50 Cent and T.I. situation had grown into something much bigger than anyone expected.
This wasn't just music or online talk anymore. It felt like history unfolding in real time. Every podcast, every live stream, every TikTok breakdown kept pushing it further. No matter how intense it got, the culture couldn't look away. At this stage, both sides started moving more carefully. T.I. shifted into full strategy mode, tightening up his next project, lining up interviews, and dropping cryptic hints that he was not done talking yet. You could tell he was planning his next steps. Meanwhile, 50 played it differently. He went quiet online, but behind the scenes, the moves didn't stop. I said style. People in the industry started whispering that he was preparing something big. Maybe new music, maybe something for TV, maybe something nobody saw coming. Then King Harris shook everything up again. He posted a studio clip that instantly grabbed attention. Surrounded by producers and engineers, he was recording with a level of focus people hadn't seen from him before. The energy felt different. The caption read, "This one's for peace, but don't get it twisted." That one line had everybody talking. The clip spread fast, not just on hip-hop pages, but across bigger platforms too. People started calling it a turning point, saying King might be shifting his focus and channeling everything into his music. But 50 wasn't about to let that moment pass without a response. The very next day, he dropped a trailer for a new G-Unit documentary. The timing, way too perfect to ignore.
Fans instantly started debating. Some said he was using the moment to promote his project. Others said it was a reminder that he knows exactly how to control attention. Either way, it worked. All eyes stayed locked in. Boosie came back with another real take, speaking how he always does. He said they both winning, but they losing at the same time. Ain't no real peace till somebody say it face to face. That line hit people hard. Fans agreed with him. The music was strong, the attention was massive, but the actual issue still sitting there unresolved. Then the veterans stepped in. Ice Cube spoke during an interview and said, "We came from a time when beef had purpose. Now it's all about clicks. These young cats gotta know when to turn the camera off." That statement spread everywhere. It sparked a bigger conversation about how much social media has changed the way conflicts play out. People started questioning whether moments like this are more about attention than artistry now. Then came another surprise. King Harris dropped a new track at midnight called "Peace Over Pain." And this time, it wasn't a diss at all. The song came from a completely different place. It was emotional, reflective, and focused on growth. He spoke about pressure, legacy, and what it's like building your identity around major names in hip-hop. Within hours, the numbers shot up. The track hit 1 million streams quickly, and fans started calling it his strongest release so far. People said this was the moment he began stepping out of the drama and into his own lane. Just like that, something shifted. For the first time in weeks, the conversation online started changing. Instead of focusing only on the conflict, people were talking about the music again. Playlists replaced arguments, and the spotlight slowly moved back to creativity. The chaos didn't disappear, but for a moment, the art started to take center stage again. By the end of the month, one thing stood out clear. Whether people loved it or hated it, this whole situation became one of the most unforgettable moments in modern hip-hop. It had everything mixed into it: legacy, pain, pride, family, and straight intensity. But at the same time, it reminded everyone exactly where the real line sits in the culture. The line between expression and things going too far. Because when everything settles, hip-hop isn't just about who wins or loses a battle. It's about who grows, who adjusts, and who turns the moment into something bigger than the conflict itself. That's what really lasts. If you've been locked into this story and want more breakdowns like this, make sure you tap that subscribe button right now. Stay connected, because the next part of this situation could take another unexpected turn. And you already know it's not over yet.